5'1", 139 pounds, and based on every single macronutrient calculator out there that I have found, they recommend that I eat less than 1,300 calories each day if I want to lose weight. That's crazy. So I want to see if my DNA agrees. I told you guys that I had my genetic testing come back from Fitness Genes, and they have provided me with a DNA-based nutrition guide. Spoiler alert, they're going to let me eat. I'm very excited to start this April 1st and continue it through the entire month. My fingers are crossed that this is going to work because Amy likes to eat. Stick around and I'll let you know just a little bit more.
Please hang up and try again.
Okay, so tomorrow is the big day. This morning I went in and I had my in-body body test, I guess, to let me know how much I weigh, what my muscle mass is, water, and fat percentage, and all of those things. And tomorrow I begin my genetically based diet. Before I started, I cleaned out my kitchen, got rid of all of my stuff. I've got one last thing to get rid of, and then I am all done. Since it's just me, that's going to be gone. Don't want that in my house because I will drink it all. So, yep, tomorrow I'm going to start the macro plan that Fitness Genes has set up for me. And then, yeah, I'm going to follow it as closely as I possibly can for the first month. Hopefully I'll continue it after that if it works out. I just wanted to show you what the difference is. So this is what my Fitness Pal thinks I should be eating in order to lose weight. 1,200 calories, 150 carbohydrates, 60 protein, and 40 fat. 1,200 calories? That is legitimately nothing. Nothing at all. Oh my gosh. I could eat that in 2 meals and I would be pretty well screwed. So another one that we have is the ketogenic diet, and what they think based on my body type, what I should be eating for them in order to lose weight. So them, fastest weight loss with intermittent fasting, which is only eating during a certain time period of the day. Usually it's around 4 to 6 hours, and that's the time period that you're allowed to eat, and the rest of that day is fasting. So if you eat for 4 hours of the day, then for 20 hours of the day you're fasting. And if you eat for 6 hours of the day, then the other 18 hours of the day you're fasting, which isn't too difficult because you sleep for 8 hours, you say, and then you wake up in the morning, and not everybody eats for those first 2 hours, so that's already 10 hours down. And then you just have to push yourself. For me, when I was trying intermittent fasting, I wouldn't eat until between 10 a.m. and 12 a.m., sometime in there. And then I would be done by 6 p.m. And during that time, I was relatively tired, so I tried to get to bed by 8. I know that doesn't work for everybody. Some of you guys like to stay up later. Some of you guys have kids. I do not. So I was going to bed at 8, and that was when I was also trying to get my sleep schedule down, trying to figure out why I was getting such crappy sleep all the time. So I was going to bed at 8 o'clock at night, and then my alarm wouldn't go off until 6 o'clock in the morning. And my goal was just to try and get rid of some of that sleep debt that's there. And after a while, I started automatically waking up around 4 or 5. So I pushed my bedtime to around 9, and I was still waking up at 4 or 5, and then I pushed it to 10, and now I'm waking up at 5. So I'm getting the exact amount of sleep that I need now because I caught up it took me about 2 weeks to start waking up naturally on my own. Anyways, the ketogenic diet. So for fastest weight loss with intermittent fasting, 1,219 calories. And my fat grams are 96, protein 77, carbs only 10 grams. For just regular weight loss, but more aggressive without intermittent fasting, 119 grams of fat, protein 77 grams, and carbs 20 grams. And the reason that the fat is so high, if you don't know a lot about the ketogenic diet, is that the goal is to switch from using carbs as your source of energy to fat as your source of energy. So most of us would be eating, like the MyFitnessPal said I should be eating 150 carbs and should be eating relatively low in the fat. I think it was around 50, because my body would be using carbs for energy. But if my body is using fat for energy, then I want to swap that out a little bit and eat more fat so that I have more energy and less carbs, because we're not using it for energy and we don't want that to be stored in other ways. For maintenance, it said that I could eat up to 1,700 calories. So maintenance, 1,700 calories. Regular fat loss without intermittent fasting, 1,469 calories. So that's basically eating any time of the day that I want. And then for fastest weight loss, when you're only eating in a minimal window, then down again to 1,200 calories. But man, that is so crazy low. It's just frustrating. Anyways, so back to my fitness genes and what they think that I should be doing. So I have it has 3 things on there. It's got my DNA results on the app on the website. It's got I didn't pay for a workout plan because I already have my own things that I do. I enjoy doing Beachbody, Insanity. I like Les Mills Combat. I like group classes, kickboxing. I work out 3 times a week, strength training with my trainer Ryan, and I also am pretty much constantly training up for my next half marathon. That's pretty much my workout plan, so I didn't really feel like I needed anything more than that. Anyways, for my nutrition guide, basically 1,735 calories. I like that. I'm only 5'1", so most diets are going to tell me that I'm only allowed to have 1,200 to 1,500 calories, and man, that goes fast. 3 500-calorie meals, so slow, so fast. And then some of those nutrition people tell you should be eating 4 or 5 times a day. That means that I'm only eating 300 to 400 calories at a time, which is very easy. 1 pack of M&Ms and you're done, which is probably not what I should be eating, but it's true, right? Okay, so I can have 1,735 calories. I can eat 171 carbs, which is 21 more carbs than what the MyFitnessPal says. Protein is 151 grams, and fats are 49 grams. Now, that's based on what I weigh today, which is 139 pounds. Based on what the InBody told me, I should be trying to shoot for losing around 14 pounds. So I want to get down to 125. I'm going to try to lose as much fat as I can and build as much muscle as I can at the same time. And one of the things that these guys say is that they don't recommend having a maintenance and a workout, 2 separate plans. They say just do it the same all of the time, and it should even out if you maintain the same workout type plan most of the time. What I like about it, it splits it up into your meals if you'd like. You can split it up into this is what you should be eating in the beginning and the end, blah, 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 based on calories. You can go through and you can click on the different macronutrients, fats, proteins, carbohydrates, even lactose and caffeine to see basically what your genetic testing, your DNA results said about those 5 categories. And it talks about all sorts of different things in here, answers a lot of different questions. Should I eat different on rest days? Why do my macronutrient ratios change from week to week? And how do I follow my nutrition plan? All of those different things. Because as you lose weight, your macronutrient plan is going to change. Your calories are going to change. As you build muscle, your calories will change. So that's it for me for right now. I have cleaned out my kitchen. My goal is to drink 100 ounces of water each day. Try to maintain good hydration. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink tea very often, but sometimes I do. And I drink my protein shake over there, Shakeology. I really like it. So that typically is part of my breakfast in the morning, and it gets me a lot of the nutrients I need throughout the day. I'm going to be recording everything in MyFitnessPal so that I know exactly where I am. I'll tell you this, I tend to stick with the same meal plan at all times. I might change it up a little bit from week to week, but usually I will pick one for the week and stick with that. And if I really like it, I'll stick with it for a couple of weeks until I get tired of it, and then try to figure out something new. That way I'm not always trying to calculate in my head, what I'm allowed to eat and what I'm, not allowed to eat, or what's too much, what's too little. And the goal is for me at some point to get to where I can eat intuitively at that macronutrient count. But that's going to come when I have kind of leveled out at the weight that is healthy for me. So like I said, I'm going to put it up on MyFitnessPal. I am going to take pictures each day so that we can see through the journey in my next video what the changes are. I'll try to keep track of what I eat each week to week. That way you guys can see if you're interested in that. And yeah, I'll check in, let you guys know how it goes. I'll probably do the in-body measurements once again in about 2 to 3 weeks, and then I will do it once again at the very end. And if I keep going with this, if I like it, if it works out well for me, then I will continue through. Who knows? But like I said, I really like that this is a plan that's going to let me eat. I really enjoy food. One hint for you guys, and this is just from being in the Fitness Genes group for a while. They say that, if you do ketogenic diet for a long time, or if you have been like somewhat low carb, maybe not ketogenic, but lowered carbs where you're eating maybe only 100 carbs a day, and now all of a sudden it says that you should be eating 171 carbs, or if you've been down at 1,200 calories and now it says 1,700 calories. Well, you might want to have an introductory week instead of, just jumping right into it, where you slowly increase your carb count and you slowly increase your calorie count. That way you're not completely like disrupting your body. You're moving into that as opposed to just, jumping into the pool feet first or head first or whatever you want to call it. So if you're doing a massive change by moving into the Fitness Genes diet, highly recommend you do it slowly and try to get your body used to it. So that should help you out. Hopefully you're interested. Hopefully you come back. If you are, subscribe. Click the little button below that, the little bell, so that you'll get notifications whenever I pop in and I let you know how this is going. Also, if you like it, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like it, definitely give me a thumbs down. And if you have any questions, comment below and I will answer them as quickly as I can. I'm excited. I think this is going to be great. So I will see you guys next time.